Hello, this is Jordan Webb, and this will be an overview of my final project for IFT 360. So, to begin with a quick description of the project, this was a add-on to Lab 6 and Module 3, the Facial Detection Lab. And pretty much my goal for this final project was to expand on that, where you are detecting a human's face, and then also applying a name to who is found, and then determining what location they are in a building and whether or not they have access to be there. So to do that, I still have the face data CSV from Lab 6, and then I also have another CSV file called employee names. And essentially all of this is just a big CSV file, and there is about 1,000 entries, one entry for each entry in the face data CSV as well, so that each row in there can have a name that they'll pull out of this file. So we can see that, and then also, so if we take a look at the script, this is the script from Lab 6 with the additions that I've added into it. So to begin at the top, I have added some new modules, so CSV, sys, JSON, random, and argparse. I ended up needing those for everything that I added. So here, I'm just adding in some code to accept an argument. So these sensors in a building, typically you would probably expect them to just feed data to some server somewhere, and they would have an ID associated with them. So to simulate basically capturing data from different sensors, I just supplied a list of possible locations they could come from. So you might have a sensor from the vault, storage room, either the two data centers, HR office, or a top secret room. And you can change those just by passing in different arguments to the script. So next in the script, we will read in the location as an argument. If it's an invalid location, so it's not in the list up here, then the script will error out and tell you to input a valid location and then exit. And then if no location is supplied at all, then script will exit as well. Otherwise, we will supply the argument to the location variable. Next, so we have an empty employees name list. So I went ahead and defined that there. And then later on, so just a couple lines down, we are opening up the employee names CSV file. And then just for each row in that CSV file, we pull a name from the columns and then randomly assign access from the list up here. And then we take those variables and supply them into the empty dictionary that we had up here as a name and access, and that will be used later on in the script. Then we have some code from, this is just taken from Lab 6, and then I have a few different little people that we can search for, I guess. More stuff from Lab 6, and then these are just some error messages I've added for if you detect a person that's either in a place that they are supposed to be or in a place that they're not supposed to be. So let's run some examples. Now we give this a location of vault, and just how the code is written, pretty much every user should have access to the vault. So we can run it, and we see that we have found Emma Smith is in location vault, and she does have access to be there. Let's just give it a wrong location. And we can see that blah is not a valid location, and we have a list of our valid locations. Let's try and see if Emma Smith has access to the top secret room. And it looks like she does not, and security is on the way. And we can try with a different person. So let's actually try this top one. We can see that we have found David Chapman, who does not have access to the top secret room. What about Data Center 2? yep, looks like David Chapman does have access to data center too, so we won't trigger any alarms. And finally, we will try our other person just to make sure we're doing a different name. And let's see if this person has access to the storage room. And looks like Lucas Mitchell does have access to the storage room. We will try the top secret room. He does not, and security's on the way. Alright, that will cover everything for my demonstration. Thank you for watching.